And okay, my name is Roy. I'm the QuickSight Specialist Solutions Architect. And today's Amazon QuickSight Learning Series, we're going to talk about enrich your web application by data analyst. So we also have Kushik, who is another QuickSight Specialist essay, who will be supporting if any questions during this session. Before we quick start, so would like to share with you for the Amazon QuickSight Learning Series. We are doing every week. Say in EMEA, we are doing a weekly on every Thursday, 10 a.m. CEST. And we're also running it in America time zone, which is on every Tuesday, 10 a.m. Pacific time. And so first of all, would like to introduce you the QuickSight community. So this is a screen cap of the QuickSight community. First of all, you see in there we have a resources toolbar which you can see all those different QuickSight demo features in there. And in here, in the left bottom corner, you also see there's a question and answer session. If you have any questions about QuickSight, then you can raise in there, and you may also sign up to answer any questions. You may contribute to the community, and you may share your opinion with the others in the Q&A session. So say myself and other QuickSight essay, we will also be on shift to support the question in there. So it's like 24 and 7 hours, 24 hours and 7 days platform. So every time we will have a QuickSight essay from different time zone to support in there. And we do have a learning center, so you can upskill with some how-to videos, webinar, and resources in there. If anything new about QuickSight, we will also announce in this What's New session. You can also see if there are any events like learning series or workshop. We will also announce in this QuickSight community. So it's like a one-stop shop for your QuickSight journey. Okay. So if you are interested, so suggest you can scan the QR code, and I will also share the QuickSight community link in the chat box. So this is the link. You may join in there. And also, if you want to sign up, then like this one, I'm doing a screenshot. If you're going to this QuickSight community, on the right upper corner, you can see the sign up section. You can sign up and join the community. Okay, now we move on. And if you have any questions about this session, suggest you using a tag in the QuickSight community. So when you raise a question, for example, in here, if I want to raise a questions like this one, after you log into the community, if you have any question, you can click on this new question button. And in here, for example, I want to ask what is QuickSight? And then you can give a tag. So for this session, we will be using the tag QLS matrix, which is QuickSight Learning Series matrix. So when you put this tag in there, then we know that this question is about this session, so that myself and Kushik, we can support your questions during the session. So please use this tag if you have any question. And yeah, this session will be recorded, and after a few weeks, we will release it in the YouTube channel. So let me also post the link. So you see there's a QuickSight YouTube channel. In there, you can see different QuickSight videos, including this learning series. And so this is next week's learning series. Next week, we're going to talk about the QuickSight learning resources for developers in EMEA time zone. In Pacific time zone, we are going to talk about another topic. Is visualize data with small multiples and unify the coloring experience. And all these events, again, you can see in the QuickSight community. Except the learning series, we do have online hands-on workshop we call the immersion day. So for EMEA, we'll have a online hands-on immersion day on August 30, 10 a.m. CEST. It will be a 4 hours hands-on workshop. So yeah, in that workshop, we will provision some testing accounts. So if you want to experience in QuickSight, even if you not yet sign up in your AWS account, that should be fine. We'll give you some testing account. You can try in there. So let me quickly show you. So in here, in the QuickSight community, if you go to events, then you should be able to see all the events. If you scroll down a bit on August 30, you should be able to see this online hands-on workshop. Let me also put the link in here. So if you want to register, try hands-on, then yeah, you can take this one. Okay, so now we are going to start this topic. So the topic is about how to enrich your web application by data analysts. So first of all, would like to ask, say, any football fans here? So if you like football, say recently, if you are watching the English Premier League, or maybe last year, if you like the World Cup, or recently we have the Women World Cup, right? So if you like this, if you go to the website, then you may see this kind of statistic showing the performance of different player. You may check the performance of your favorite player, of your favorite team. So this is a dashboard we built in the QuickSight Demo Central in last year when there was a World Cup. Another question I have is want to ask you, anyone aware of the consumer price index recently, or the energy index? So if you see the news, right, you may always see this kind of statistic. Say like the inflation rates raised to say 7.9%, and this month retail sales volume rose by this certain percentage in these years. So like personally, I'm always watching this so I can keep track of my my spending every month. So what does it tell is, you see the people, the users, when they go to the internet, when they go to the website, they need to see data. They need to see the statistic. They need to see the dashboard. And so the dashboard, the data can be in different format. Say some of them can be in dashboards, like the previous one. Sometimes it can be a report or a PDF format. Like if you see your bank statement, then this is, you can always download in a PDF format or Excel format so that you can check your spending. And okay, so my question is, say if you are especially if you are a developer, so did you build metrics in web application before? So if yes, I believe you may have experience using these libraries. So these are the common libraries for building the metrics in a website, such as the jQuery, D3, or Check.js. These are very common libraries. So those are great. I see many many developers are using this to build dashboard, to build the visuals in their website. But I do you think there are any challenge you may think about that if when you try to use this library to add the metrics in your website? Did you encounter any challenges? So I think using this library is fine. You may not have some specific challenge, but there may be something else. So that's why I would like to share you a story. Once upon a time, we have Amy. She is a website content designer responsible for designing the metrics in a website, in a public website. And in this story, we also have Dan, who is a web developer. He's responsible for developing the metrics in the website. On a Monday morning, Amy come to Dan. She was asking, "Hi, Dan. I want to replace the metrics in our website. Instead of showing sales by product, I want the sales by customer. I need to change the results from line chart to bar chart, add two pivot tables, etc. Blah blah blah." And the last thing is, can you help add this to the website really, really quick? I think it's a common question from the users, right? From the business users. Then Dan responds, "Hey Amy, how's it going? Can you cut the ticket, please? We will add it to our backlog." So it's like a standard response. And Amy responds, "Our customer kind of need it urgently. When do you think you can get to it?" And Dan replied, "I'm in the middle of the sprint of to onboard another team. Also, we have a long backlog of runtime requests. Maybe towards end of next week or turn out maybe next month, right?" I think this common scenario, common conversation. And after the task has been put into the backlog, has been put into the sprint, when Dan start, they need to go through this software development life cycle. For example, they need to collect the requirement, decide the metrics, connect data source, ETL, development, testing, deployment, which may take another couple of weeks. So you see, this is a long cycle if you want to update some metrics in the website. Okay, here comes the challenge. First, how can we help our business users to update the metrics in a web application faster? So traditionally, it takes days or weeks. Can we speed up? Another thing is, I think one common challenge is we have limited staff of developers. Can we enable the business users to self-service so that our team is not overwhelmed? I think this a commonly asked question for the IT team, right? So to solve this challenge, that's why we are introducing QuickSight in this learning series. So this is a serverless BI tools. With QuickSight, you can accelerate the metrics building process, and you can empower business users to update the metrics in a web application. And we have different options available to show metrics in the web application. Say instead of the dashboard, instead of the PDF, we have some other options. So in case if you didn't heard about QuickSight, so QuickSight is a serverless BI tools, which means you don't need to take care of those traditional management tasks such as high availability (HA), disaster recovery (DR), and you don't need to manage the storage. You don't need to monitor the performance. It has an auto scaling mechanism. In case if QuickSight see that the server on the back end is busy, it will auto scale up. If there are too many resources, it will scale down by itself. So you don't need to worry about that. You don't need to manage those 3 years planning, etc. So it really reduces much of the management effort. And it has a drag and drop user interface so that the business users can also build their own dashboard. And we have a consistent high performance with auto scaling I just mentioned. And then we have the augmented analytics with ML insight and natural language. So what does it mean is recently we always talk about the generative AI or generative BI or ChatGPT. People can ask questions in there and get in a natural language and get their response. So this is what we mean by this natural language query engine. I will show you a demo later on. Okay, and so QuickSight, not only dashboard like this one, we can provide dashboard. We can also provide some PDF or detailed transactional report. So one common use case is if you have some finance users, they may want to have a PDF or CSV to have a long list of transactions, maybe like 1,000 pages of PDF. So Yeah, QuickSight supports both capability, dashboard and a long list of transactions, both available so that you can guide them using the same platform. Compared with, say, traditionally, you may need to use two different reporting tools, and the users need to adapt to two different platforms, which may not be ideal. Okay, so now let's come to a demo to see how to build my first dashboard. So in this video, you see this is a QuickSight console. I can create a new dataset. In the dataset, I can choose uh, RDS, database, Redshift, data warehouse, or in this example, I'm using a file. You may also use S3. And I can see the data preview in here. And with a few clicks, you see I'm already able to come to this dashboard. I can choose whether I want to build a dashboard or a PDF long list transaction report. So I'm trying to build a dashboard in here. On the left hand side, I can see all the data fields. What I need is I just choose the data fields and the result is automatically showing in here. Now after the line chart, I'm going to create a KPI. Again, I just pick the field I need and QuickSight is automatically help me to choose the result tabs. Of course, you can change to other result tabs. And now I'm creating a donut chart. So you see with a few clicks, I already able to build my first dashboard. So the last step is you need to release this as a dashboard and share with the users. So you see this is like a drag and drop, very friendly user interface. Even a business user is able to build this dashboard. So we can achieve the first requirement I have defined before. We can accelerate the metrics building process because you see this is a very easy drag and drop interface. And another question is you may have, how does it look like if I include a QuickSight dashboard in my web application? Because just now I showed you the QuickSight in the console, but now in this session, right, we're talking about embed the dashboard in a web application. So how does it look like if I embed in a web application? So first of all, let's see a demo. How does it look like if I embed the dashboard in a public website? So you know, in some scenario, if your company, if you have some public data, maybe a annual report you want to publish in a website. So this is the use case. So in QuickSight, we call it embedding. We call it anonymous embedding because it is in a public website. People doesn't need to sign up. They don't need to register. So they can just come to your website and see the dashboard. So here is a demo. Here is my public website. In the public website, you can see on the left-hand side and on the toolbar, this is my website. This filter actually is also developed in my website. In the middle of the screen, this is my QuickSight dashboard. You see, you can still use all those native dashboard capability like drill down, drill up, seeing a bar chart, seeing a visual on the map. And you see this filter on the left-hand side inside your web application. You can choose this filter. When you choose this filter, they pass as a parameter going to QuickSight. So QuickSight can be reflected according to the selection by the users. It doesn't look like a QuickSight dashboard. It's like part of your website. Okay, here is the backend and anonymous embedding workflow. So first of all, the users, they can use their tools like the laptop, the mobile phone to come to the website. When they come to the website, the application client will request a page with the dashboard. The request come to your application server, and the application server will invoke a API call to obtain the embedded dashboard cited URL. So this API can use CLI, AWS CLI. You may use .NET, C++, Go, Java, JavaScript, PHP, Python, Ruby. We support different language. And then the QuickSight will respond a cited URL, and your application server can embed the dashboard URL in your application by using iframe. And lastly, the end user can see the application dashboard. So quite a straightforward step. So in here, I'm using Python. I'm using bottle3 to show a sample coding. So you see in here, I'm invoking a API which is called generate embed URL for anonymous users. I pass some parameter such as my AWS account ID, and I pass another parameter. This one is the dashboard ID I want to show to the users. Okay, so just now we see the dashboard in a public website. And another question is how can we embed the dashboard in a web application which requires the user login? So like in this case, we are calling it the user-based embedding. So let's see the demo again. In this demo, I'm trying to log into a my web application, which is a wholesale web application. After login, I see this is the option. It's available in the wholesale website. When I click the dashboard, I can see this is an embedded QuickSight dashboard. And at the end, you can also see the website information there. If the user have multiple dashboard assets, they can choose from the drop-down list. They can change to another dashboard. And another thing is except embed the whole dashboard. In some case, you may just want to embed one of the result. In this case, I just want to highlight the line chart. I want to see the orders by month. So except the whole dashboard, you can have an option to embed one visual only. We call it visual embedding. Okay, here is the user-based embedding workflow. And you see the workflow is very similar to the previous one, to the anonymous embedding workflow. And I'm going to highlight the difference. The first thing you see in this step 3, when the application server, when the user log in, the application server need to confirm the user identity. So you should have a identity provider such as maybe Amazon Cognito or other AD such as Microsoft AD or Okta, which is quite common as well. So you need to authenticate the user. Another difference is when you invoke the API call, there will be a different API call, but the workflow is the same. So let me show you a screenshot. I'm using the bottle3 again. So you see in here, I'm calling another API call, which is called generate and embed URL for registered user. And you will pass the user information. We call the user ARN so that we can see which dashboard can be accessed by this user. And except the dashboard, you can also embed the only one of the result, like the line chart I just showed you. So you can pass the dashboard ID or the result ID. In this case, I'm passing the result ID. Okay, and we just see a demo, right, for the embedding in a public website, in a user authenticated website. And you may have a question. So how does it empower user to update metrics in web application, right? So this is the initial challenge that we just mentioned. We want to make them self-service. So how to make them able to self-service? Okay, so I'm going to show you the demo of the dashboard update process. Let's see. So in here, you see I have a website. I'm going to log in to see my dashboard. I am a business user. So after login, I can see multiple dashboards. So I choose the one I want. Say this is the dashboard I have. In this case, you see on the left bottom corner, I have a donut chart. I want to change it. I want to change it from donut chart to bar chart. So as a business user, what I need to do is I can come to QuickSight. I can come to this analyst. I can come to this donut chart. I just did a one click, change it to bar chart, and I'm trying to release this dashboard. I just did a few clicks, released the dashboard. Now I come to this website again. and I'm refreshing my web browser, and I'm choosing the same dashboard page again. So you see with a few clicks, I already updated my dashboard from a donut chart to the bar chart. The same logic can be applied in other results. So you see, even the business users, they can still do a self-service to update the metrics in a website. Okay, now we have solved another challenge. We can empower the business users to update the metrics in the application. We can accelerate this process. And another thing I want to show is can we embed the metrics in another way, in a more smart way, and can we do something like the Gen AI, Gen BI? So that's why we have the QuickSight Q embedding. So QuickSight Q is a natural language query engine, and the users can type in the question in the natural language, and they can get the answers immediately. You know, sometimes the information may be not available in the dashboard, or the users they don't want to look up for maybe hundred of dashboard. They know their question. They just want a quick answer. So this is how QuickSight can help. Yes, the first one I just mentioned. This is a natural language. They don't need to learn any syntax, and they can get the instant answers. And you can ask anything about your data. So when you it's not a public data. Say you can ask question about the data internally. Say if you have some data from your database, from your data warehouse, you can release this data set into the QuickSight Q engine. The user can ask any questions about that data set. And the last thing is you may have a question. Do we need machine learning expert? Do we need a couple of weeks or couple of months? Do we need a very powerful GPU machine to enable these features? So the answer is no. What you need to do is just publish your dataset in QuickSight and enable this dataset for QuickSight Q, which normally takes around 15 minutes, and it's just like a few clicks. You don't need any machine learning experts. You don't need any data scientists. So here's a demo. You see, this is my website. I've put a QuickSight Q topic in here. In this case, I want to see the weekly sales because in my dashboard, I only have monthly sales. So show me weekly sales. After I take the question, then you see QuickSight has responded. I can change the result tabs, and then I can further extend my question. I want to see the sales by product as well. And I can even forecast the sales. So in this case, I'm forecasting the sales for next month, for July in this case. You see the blue line is showing the historical data. The orange line is showing the future data. And when I see the historical data, I can also ask why the sales was increased in this month. And you see QuickSight can drill into different dimension. In this case, the key driver was because Toronto, this city, has increased quite a lot. So that's why the sales was increased in March in this month. So you see, except the dashboard, except the PDF, we also have another option, which is QuickSight Q available to show metrics in the web application. So here is the call to action. If you like this session, if you like QuickSight, if you like QuickSight Q, and if you want to try hands-on, this is the website. You can scan the QR code, and I'm also putting the link in the chat room. So the first one, you can try hands-on on the QuickSight workshop. And in the second one, you can see different embedded analytics demo. And the last one we have is we have a demo environment we call Demo Central. We have a different dashboard demo in there, and we also have a different QuickSight features demo in there, such as some calculations, such as period over period comparison calculation. You will also find the demo in there. So I put all this link in there. And the last thing, uh, we have a survey link, so much as appreciated. So if you like this session, Much appreciated if you can put your comment in here and we'll review your feedback. And yeah, based on your feedback, we further enhance our session. Okay, so thank you for joining the call. If any question, then feel free to ask in the QuickSight community. So looking forward to see you again in next week's learning series. Thank you. Bye bye.